Hey all, welcome to another aesthetic tech review. Today we're checking out the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds. Alright, so first up I want to talk about some of the things that I like. I'm going to come at these with the perspective or my experience from when I had the Shocks, I forget what they're called, but like the Shocks open ear concept earbuds that I had a couple months ago and did a review on. So first up, they're incredibly comfortable. One of the things I found with the Shocks was that they kind of pushed up against this outer part of cartilage that kind of makes this triangle shape out in front of your ears. So it was specifically happening on my left ear, so this is going to be different from person to person. But the thing about these Bose is they just kind of clip on, kind of like a clip-on earring if you've ever had one of those. And you set it up against the cartilage here in the back. It just puts pressure on the top and back of the cartilage where the kind of speaker is sitting on. So you can see here how fast that is, and I didn't have to do any adjusting. Well, not really. Slide it around a bit. It's super easy. I had a much more difficult time with the Shocks to get that kind of setup right. Even the Power Beats, what do they call it? The Power Beats Pro from Beats are a little bit difficult to put on. Going ahead and continuing with the comfortable aspect. So I live in Shanghai, which is super humid. We're still kind of in our spring weather, so it's not too hot outside yet. But man, in the summer, these are going to be so nice because when I'm out riding the bike in the morning, I'm just feeling that breeze. It's so nice to, I guess, feel the breeze in my ear as I'm riding when I'm still listening to stuff, so it's kind of tight. The first day that I was wearing them a couple days ago, I guess 3 or 4 days ago now, I did feel them a little bit or notice them a little bit after some time. I wouldn't say it was like uncomfortable, but you notice it just because it is kind of a different feeling to what you're used to, and I'm used to wearing, on ear or over ear headphones, so they're already very different for me because I can't wear AirPods Pro because I have the whole hearing loss. Not sure if you watched my Shocks video or not, but one of the nice things is with these versus those typical in-ear earbuds is they won't have the wax buildup. Sure, they're going to get oily, right, because it's on your skin, but there's no wax from your inner ear going into the speaker holes or anything, so it's going to be easier to keep it cleaner, as well as you shouldn't have any issues with like the audio quality over time. Now, in the gym, I wear my Beats Studio Pros, not my AirPods, just because the AirPods are a little heavier, so they slip off my head easier. Yet the Beats Studios do the same thing. So you do the thing where you adjust the headset to have it, kind of resting with the headband on your forehead while you're doing benches or any kind of lying down exercise. But the nice thing is with these, they don't go anywhere. So any exercise that I'm doing, I was able to hear my music at the same quality, whether I was laying down or standing up, which that's really nice. And while riding the bike, the same thing. I don't run, but I would assume that for runners, again, they're not going to go anywhere. Now, because I do have hearing loss and my left side is worse than my right side, one of the things that I had to do was change the audio balance, which in the Bose app, I wasn't able to figure out how to do. I don't think they have that feature. So instead, you'd go into the system settings and then turn up the audio on the side that you're hearing worse at. So I just kind of gauged that. It's super simple to do again in the accessibility and then audio settings of the system settings app. So once that was done, they sounded just fine to me. And they got louder than the Shocks, which was great. However, and this leads me into now the dislikes part of the video, it's still, I mean, they're open ear, right? So you're like in transparency mode essentially the whole time. And there's just, I mean, they're open ear earbuds. There's nothing you can do about that. So when I was outside passing by trucks or trucks were passing by me, immediately I wouldn't hear what was going on in the audio anymore. The other day I was at the gym when it was a little bit busier, and of course, well, some of the people are listening to their own music on Bluetooth speakers. The gym has music playing. You're kind of hearing their music and your own music, which is super weird when the beat's off. So I don't recommend it if you're going to be wearing them in any kind of like crowded social areas. However, and I forgot to mention this earlier, in the home, if you have roommates or living with your partner, they're really nice. You can, have a podcast on in the background, kind of, but still be able to engage with the people that are in your home. That way, if maybe you're having a small gathering, but maybe you're, in the kitchen cooking and the others are in the living room or whatever, you can kind of listen to that without totally isolating yourself if you were wearing like, headset or something like that. You'll see the case. I mean, it's a very typical looking case if you compare it to other earbuds. I mean, it's very easy to pop up in and out. You saw me put them on earlier, and now if I put them away, they just literally, you don't have to line up anything. It's just very, because it's I guess the fit is like perpendicular to the case, so the magnet pops in. It can only go in that one direction, and then it's gonna sit right. Whereas some of the other earbuds, what I found, sometimes you have to angle them right, just because they might have an ear hook or something, so they won't go in otherwise. But this case is just much simpler. And that's a small thing, but it is something that I noticed. Another one of my dislikes is you can't see the battery life very easily. So in the battery widget on iOS, you do see the headset. It just puts on this, what do you call it, like a standard headset icon, and then gives you the battery life there. But if you actually want to see the battery life of both of the earbuds, you have to go into the Bose app, and they don't have a widget to make it simpler to access your battery health either. So I'm not sure if that's something that Bose can improve, or if that's because Apple doesn't allow those types of integrations with third-party headsets. I'm not sure. Oh, and then also you can't see the battery case, or sorry, the case's battery life, which makes it a little bit inconvenient if you're going out and you're not sure if you're going to have enough power or not. I would love to keep these. What's keeping me from keeping them is that there are rumors about AirPods Max Gen 2 coming out soon, and I'm kind of partial to the AirPods, so I'd rather get those. But there's also a rumor, which is super sketchy, but there's like some kind of fitness version of the AirPods Max, so like a lighter, maybe plastic version, but with a similar design. And if that comes out, man, there's just, in my opinion, there's nothing that beats over-ear headphones. So as nice as these are when I'm at the gym alone, or, at home, doing dishes, yeah, I'm going to go with the AirPods. However, if those don't come out later this year, I might pick these up after all. I'm not sure. Depends on what happens up until WWDC. Now, for any of you out there, if having any kind of hearing loss issues, or like me, you've had many surgeries that don't allow you to wear AirPods, absolutely, these are cool. You're not going to get any of the, the hey magic word features that you do with AirPods, but they're comfortable. They're going to fit on your ear because, I mean, unless you don't have cartilage on your ears, right? They're going to fit. And because of the system settings, audio accessibility features, you're able to change the balance to how you need for your hearing loss, hearing abilities, right? And you don't have to use the slider. You can also put up your own audiogram results, which then should balance it for you. Although I haven't tried that. Something I totally forgot to check out was how they felt while laying on the bed, like sideways, right? So your ear is on the pillow, and you don't feel anything. If you had the AirPods Pros in your ears, they'd be like being pushed, jammed in further for most people, I would assume. And then the AirPods Max are obviously, while slimmer than other headsets, they're still quite bulky, right? These, it's magical. So you could see yourself like, partners trying to sleep, but maybe you want to listen to a podcast. Well, now you can also lay down in a more comfortable position. I'm personally a right side of the body type of sleeper, but you could listen to your podcast or music, whatever it is. So that's pretty tight. I mean, that's comfortable. And if you did pick these up, leave a comment down below letting me know how you like them. I like getting messages from you, and you can see that I'm almost replying to anybody who responds to the videos. So if you enjoyed it, hit that like button again, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Rich Aesthetic out.